I'm not the kind of person that you would consider to be like charismatic or charming in most of the traditional senses. I'm actually pretty awkward and I get really nervous when I'm talking to people. Sometimes when it's time to leave the house, I have a lot of social anxiety. But I do have one superpower when it comes to connecting with others that I actually think everybody has. And so I want to talk about that today. This is a connection superpower you can use. It doesn't really matter if the person is similar to you or not, if the person is your age or not, if the person is interested in the same things as you or not. It's this: attention. Legitimately, everybody likes to feel like you are listening and like what they are saying is important to you. I am telling you, like, this works with kids, this works with older people, this works with people your own age. If they are talking and you can give them your full attention, that is a connection superpower. So here are some ways to demonstrate that you are giving them your attention. Obviously, I'm sure that you already know, like, don't be checking your phone. Try to make sure that your eyes are focused on their face as much as possible. But also, as they're talking, make sure that you are giving affirmations like, or, oh, yeah, or wow, or whatever like is appropriate for what they're saying. Make sure that you're interjecting a little bit every once in a while just to let them know that you're listening. Or if you're not really sure what to say, just go ahead and nod and go, Like, I cannot tell you how often I do this through conversations, and you get to listen and learn so much about that person and about something that they care about or that is important to them. You also can ask questions related to what they just said. I'll be honest, this is not always something that I am good at. A lot of times I'll think, okay, I think I understand everything they just said, but I feel like I should ask a question. So then I try to come up with one. And sometimes that prompts further conversation, and sometimes that just kind of stalls out. But it does show that you are interested in something else and that you're interested in continuing the conversation if they are. If what they were talking about is kind of complicated, or they were telling a really long story, it also, at the end, if you can kind of summarize what they said and say like, okay, so it kind of sounds like this, and then this, and then this. Is that about right? That also shows that you were paying attention and that what they said mattered to you. That tip is probably better for like professional contexts or, like I said, like really long things. But it's still something you can kind of keep in your back pocket. Or if they kind of trail off and lose their train of thought because they're telling a story and they went off on a tangent, you can kind of summarize what they said so far and say, okay, so it sounds like this and this, and then that made you think of this. What were you going to say next? So that helps. And then a final thing, just way to demonstrate that you were paying attention and that you do care, is to remember the things that they talked to you about and bring it up later. Maybe ask them a question or reference it later the next time that you see them. For me, this is pretty easy. This comes pretty naturally. I like to associate like memories and topics and things with people in my mind, but I know that for a lot of people this does not come easily, and so you could always like make a note of it in your phone or on a piece of paper just to say, okay, next time I see so-and-so, ask them about X. And then you can just kind of go from there. So I hope that that helps. It's really, if you want a lot more tips about this, I would look up videos or articles or whatever on active listening, because that's really what paying attention is it's called active listening. But it is a connection superpower. If you have somebody who is willing to talk to you and you can just pay attention to what they say, it is an awesome way to let them know that you care about them. So I hope that helped. See you in the next video.